Hello, welcome to the garage. So happy day 7 of Vlogmas. So today I've got lots of dyeing to do. So as I'm talking to you, I'm going to get these yarns ready. So the yarn comes in packs like this. In little plastic bags where the yarn's sort of not twisted but sort of flat and layered up with like 10 skeins. And then I get the skeins like so, and I use cable ties like this to keep them from tangling too much. So I've got to get all the yarn ready that I need to dye like this and put them in a bath of water with some vinegar in to soak, ready to actually be dyed. So that takes a little bit of time. So I thought I'd talk to you for a couple of minutes while I'm doing that. So these, the skeins that I tend to dye, I do all different sizes. I've got like 20 grams, 50 grams and 100 gram skeins. They come ready to be dyed, just because reskeining takes an absolute age. I do have a special swift for reskeining, which is handy when I do have to split things. But most of the time I don't tend to split the yarn now because it takes such a long time. So the cable ties I use are reusable cable ties, and I just give them a quick rinse after every time I use them so they can be used time and time again, which is very handy because I'm not wasting plastic. So I dye in my garage. It's not very exciting. I've literally got breeze block walls around me. I've got one microwave here and I've got another one over that side that I use for my microwave methods of dyeing. But I do steam my yarn as well because I like to make doubly sure that it's fixed.
It's the friendliest time of year. Come on up, come on in.
So today's colourway is inspired by the song Wings by Birdie.
So come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be singing all them songs. So let us have a swinging.
Time for your advent calendar, Jensen. Yeah, that's where the bear came from. Now, where is number 7? Can you find number 7?
Where's 7?
That's where the tree came from, yeah.
There's 6.
Where's number 7?
Can you see number 7, Jensen? Look at all these numbers here. Can you see number 7?
Is that number 7 there,
Is
Jensen?
this one number
top?
7? Yeah? Okay, let's do this. No, that's 8. That's tomorrow. No, that's 14. Here we go, look. Call this one here. It's a present!
Oh, isn't that cute?
You got it out all yourself. You can put that under your Christmas tree now.
Show me. Can you show me, Jensen?
Show Mummy.
Yeah, it's down there. That's where the presents go, in the bag.
Christmas, I was closing down for business in my...
So this morning I've been doing editing of the vlog for yesterday, and I've actually set it to go up at 4 o'clock today so that it's a bit more of a consistent time rather than just sticking it up when I've finished editing it. So that will go up at 4 o'clock, which is good that I've done that first because I feel like I've achieved something this morning. I've organised a list of all the yarns that I need to dye, which actually takes longer than you think. Just making sure that my list is actually correct and making sure I haven't made any mistakes, go over it a couple of times. And now I'm obviously got different bases to get to ready because I tend to dye everything to order. So that actually takes a bit longer than just dyeing a batch. Which is a bit of a pain really. I might change that in the future, but at the moment all of my colourways are available for pre-order on the website, and I do tend to get them dyed up and sent out relatively quickly. Obviously if I'm busy it takes a little bit longer, but it's surprising how long the prep takes as well, but I'm getting there slowly. So I wanted to mention as well that now we're on the 7th of December, the date has actually passed that I can guarantee parcels to get internationally before Christmas. So just bear in mind that if you do order from my shop between now and Christmas, it might not get there for Christmas. But I'll do my best to get everything out before I sort of take a break. So if you are in the UK, parcels can be posted up to the 15th of December to get there for Christmas, but if you do order sort of hand-dyed or handmade bags, please make sure you order them sort of before the 12th of December so that I've got time to sort of make them and send them off before the deadline, you know. And if you do order it a bit later than that, just bear in mind that I might not be able to get it all done in time to post it out on the 15th of December. If you order something that's just off the shelf, like knitting needles or little accessories, those can be posted the same day, so that's absolutely fine. So it's going to take me a little while to get all these yarns ready. I've got a big pile here already, but I shall show you what they look like once they're soaking. I almost forgot to say, I am wearing a handmade top at the moment. I have got a cardigan and a t-shirt underneath as well to keep me warm because it's cold in the garage. But this is a Billie Sweatshirt by Tilly and the Buttons, and this is the second iteration that I made to sort of try the pattern out. And this was made out of some leftover fabric that I had from another project. But with this one I found that I lengthened the body at the front to compensate for my bust, and I found that I did it too much, so I then shortened it a little bit, the second version. What I'll do is actually I'll wear my final Billie version after I finish dyeing this afternoon, so I'll show you what it looked like. And I think, I don't know whether I'd done the neck adjustment. I think I'd done the neck adjustment on this one because it's not so high. The original pattern came really high on me, so I took that down a little bit. But this is like a top that I was a test for a pattern, so I wear it for dyeing quite a lot because it'll keep me warm, stop the dye getting on my clothes underneath, and it uses fabric that, you know, it'll not be worn otherwise. I might as well do a test and then use it for something. But I do like this pattern. I'm very tempted to make a Christmas jumper from this pattern, but buy already sort of made one from the shop, because Adam and Jensen have got matching Christmas jumpers, and use like a extra large and cut the pieces for a Billie jumper so that it fits me nicer, because I like a jumper to fit me in a nice way rather than the ones that are shop bought tend to be a bit sort of oversized and baggy. So that was my idea. I shall see if I've got time either at the weekend or later next week. If I've got time to do that, I'll show you how I get on. So fingers crossed I'll get a bit of sewing time next week or the weekend. Yarn is in these tubs. These are actually cat litter trays that I bought because I like to have them all lying flat, and the actual cable ties on one end. So I just find it that they tangle less doing that. So they're all soaking in some water and some vinegar, and I normally leave them soaking for about 20 minutes at least before I start dyeing. I'm now going to make up some dyes, and then I'm going to start dyeing these. And this is our new boiler. Ta-da! Looks very swish. So I think at one point we're going to have a new, some new units here and have it boxed in so that you can't see it. But at least it's all nice and new now rather than the horrible old thing we had before. Got a mask on now to protect myself from the fumes, but I normally dye 4 at a time, and this is going to be the Rockin' Robin colourway.
Before the clock strikes and it's all too late, come on in, come on up, come on over. It's the friendliest time of year. Come on up, come on in, nothing better than to give the gift of cheer. So come on in, come on up, come on over. We'll be singing all them songs. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba ba da. Ba 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 da ba ba. Yeah, ba 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 ba. Come on in, come on in. Together, come on in, nothing better. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. So let us have
Christmas, I was closing down for business in my little prison shop. When the bell on the
So I've now finished dyeing, but I have left some of the yarn in the tub soaking up the dye, because I find that sometimes it just soaks up the dye better if you just leave it a little bit longer, and I don't have to use as much vinegar then. So that's going to stay in there tomorrow, and then I'm going to steam it, so I will show you that process in the morning. But I thought I'd show you my sort of final version of the Billie jumper that I made. I did explain this earlier, but I did extend the front about an inch. The version I did before had 2 inches extra, and it was a little bit long, but I just added an inch just on the front panel so that it was an equal length on the front and the back. And I did lower the neckline, or I did actually think lower the neckline on the previous version as well. But this one is made out of some lovely fabric that I got from Guthrie, which I love. I've worn this so much, this jumper. I did actually buy 3 meters of this fabric, so once this jumper has died a death, I've got some more fabric to make myself another one, which is good. But I'll give you a twirl. I just knocked Adam on the head because he's behind me. Say hello, Adam.
Hello, Adam.
I'm going to do some spinning. I think I've got a little bit of time tonight. It's 8:30. Jensen hasn't long gone to sleep, but I've got about an hour or so before we're going to get ready for bed. So hopefully I'll be able to finish spinning the yarn that I started 2 nights ago. So we're now on day 7 of the Advent.
7. There is. It is a thing.
Looks like we've got some sort of refreshments cart. That's quite cool. I have finished spinning. I'm very excited to apply these, but I'm not going to do them until tomorrow. It is quite a muddy colour, but I think that'll look okay. And if I don't like the colour when it comes out, I can always over dye it when it's finished as well. I'm going to knit a hat, I think. So it'll be interesting to see how this comes out. It's a little bit thick and thin just because there's different materials in there. And there was quite a bit of like silk in the last bit that I was spinning, so that was a bit slippier, but it's fun to have a go and makes use of something that would have been thrown away. So today's socks, I am wearing the Starlight Wishes socks, and in the Starlight Wishes yarn as well. So there are shooting stars and bobbles on the top of my socks for the Starlight Wishes sock pattern, and this is the Starlight Wishes yarn that I designed to go with it. And Adam is wearing some opal socks, and I did them in sort of rib up the front of the foot and down the leg, but they're just a standard sort of simple top down sock pattern but with a rib as well. So there we are, they're today's socks.
decorate